Hey everyone, and welcome back to Crushing on Candy. Tax season is here, and you're probably wondering, do I even need to file a state tax return? It's a great question, because believe it or not, you might not have to. It all depends on how much you earned and where you live. Let's break it all down. First, let's talk about the 9 states that are everyone's favorite during tax season, because they have no state income tax at all. If you live in Alaska, Florida, Nevada, New Hampshire, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington, or Wyoming, congratulations, you don't have to file a state income tax return because there isn't one. New Hampshire and Tennessee do tax interest and dividend income, but for most people, there's no state filing requirement. Now, for the other 41 states and DC, things get a little more complicated. Each state has its own rules, specifically something called a filing threshold. This is the minimum amount of income that you have to earn before you're legally required to file a tax return. These thresholds can vary wildly. For example, in California, the threshold depends on your filing status, age, and number of dependents. A single person under 65 might need to file if their income is over about $20,000. But in a state like Virginia, if you're single and your income is over $12,950, you're required to file. These numbers change based on your personal situation, whether you're single, married, a dependent, or over 65. So, how do you find the specific threshold for your state? The absolute best way is to go directly to your state's Department of Revenue or Taxation website. They will have the most up-to-date and accurate information for the current tax year. Just search for something like your state's name, who must file, or filing requirements for your state. They usually have clear charts and guides to help you figure it out. So, what happens if your income is below your state's filing threshold? Well, in that case, you generally don't have to file a state tax return. It's as simple as that. If you didn't earn enough money to meet the minimum requirement, the state doesn't expect to hear from you. This can save you a lot of time and potential stress. However, there's a huge but here, and it's super important. Even if you aren't required to file, you might still want to. Why? Because you might be owed a refund. If you have an employer who withheld state income taxes from your paychecks throughout the year, that money is sitting with the state. The only way to get that money back is to file a state tax return. Think about it. Look at your W-2 form. There's a box for federal income tax withheld, and there's also a box for state income tax withheld. If you see a number greater than 0 in that state box, it means you've already paid some state taxes. If you don't file, the state just keeps your money. By filing a return, you're officially telling the state, hey, I didn't actually owe this money because my income was too low, so please give it back. For many people, this can be a few $100s or even more. It's your money, so you should claim it. The process is straightforward. You'll fill out your state's tax return just like anyone else. You'll report your income, and then you'll report the amount of tax that was already withheld. Since your income is below the threshold, your tax liability will likely be 0. The form will then show that you overpaid, and the state will issue you a refund for the full amount you had withheld. Most tax software makes this process really simple and will guide you through it step by step. So, to recap, check your state's official Department of Revenue website to find the thresholds for your specific situation. If your income is below that threshold, you're not required to file. But, and this is the key takeaway, check your withholding documents to see if any state tax was withheld. If it was, you should absolutely file a return to get your money back. Don't leave your hard-earned cash on the table. I hope this helped clear things up for you. Taxes can be confusing, but understanding these basic rules can save you time and even get you some money back. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more financial tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.